Giuseppe and Lucia di Napoli immigrated to Briar Hill in 1905 from Colaboro, Italy. They would settle into a tiny house on the corner of Calvin and Poplar Avenues. In 1908, a son, Santino Joseph, was born, the oldest of what would be a family of 7 brothers and sisters. Known as Sandy, he would get started early into the mob. By 1934, he was sentenced to 10 years in prison, and in 1944, he was released and returned to Youngstown, where over the next 16 years, he would become the biggest policymaker in Youngstown. His home on Carlotta would be bombed during construction, causing $50,000 damage. He ran his operation from the Center Sandwich Shop in Camel. His top lieutenants were his brothers, Billy and Joey. Sandy, during his heyday, was the most notorious racketeer in the Youngstown area. He would get caught leaving jail on weekends to visit his girlfriend in 1957.
We're standing out here in front of 623 Caledonia Street, where 55 years ago, March of 1960, Sandy Naples was killed on the front porch with his girlfriend, Mary Ann Vrancich. 2 gunmen would come around the house and shoot Mary Ann as she opened the door to let Sandy in, and Sandy would duck down behind the banister and he would unload his .38 revolver, but to no avail. Sandy would be mortally wounded and would die later on that evening at St. Elizabeth Hospital.
The war for Youngstown between Cleveland and Pittsburgh factions was just beginning. Only 2 years later, in July 1962, Sandy's brother Billy would be killed in a car bomb at a West Madison Avenue garage. With over 70 unsolved bombings in the 50s and early 60s, including 13 deaths, Youngstown was the bombing capital of the U.S. They were humorously called Youngstown tune-ups. Joey Naples, the youngest of the Naples children, would take over the business for the family with the silent yet watchful eye of his older brother James. Joey would continue to run the family business from the sandwich shop, which included Youngstown United Music Vending Company. Little Joey, as he was known, would operate in the Youngstown area from 1962 to 1991. Everything from bribing officials and paying off judges to running numbers and even narcotics. August 19, 1991 would prove fatal for Joey. He took a trip to a home he was having built on Lynn Road in Beaver Township when a sniper in a cornfield across the street would shoot him multiple times, killing him. A violent end to a violent life. Shortly thereafter, his older brother James would die of natural causes at 80 years old. A lifetime of pain and grief at watching his brothers get killed, James Naples Sr. surely died of a broken heart. This has been Moments in Mahoning.